Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after a very long layoff to Friday Night SmackDown. It is now January and we got a card full of action tonight, as you can see flashing across your screen. So, we have a few things to handle. Our IC champion is still Solo Sikoa. Our women's world champion is still Dakota Kai. We have to get a new world heavyweight champion and tag team champions because CM Punk and the Street Profits have been drafted to Raw. But let's go. The first match of the night we got is Damian Priest and Sami Zayn in round 1 of the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Now this is an 8-man tournament.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
The other men making up the field of this tournament are Carmelo Hayes, our former Intercontinental Champion. We have Aleister Black. We have Drew McIntyre. We have Sheamus. We have Shinsuke Nakamura. And the phenomenal AJ Styles. At the Royal Rumble, we will crown our new World Heavyweight Champion. But who's going to make the finals? We find out starting tonight. Let's get to it.
Weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
Here comes the underdog from the underground, formerly the Iron Man of Monday Night Raw, but Sami Zayn, our newest member of the SmackDown roster, has arrived to the blue brand, and the crowd is loving it. From an amazing career in NXT as a former NXT champion to the main roster, tearing it up with John Cena in his US Open Challenge back in the day. There was even a point when he thought there was conspiracies against him because of the opportunities that he was lacking to get. But he turned his luck around when he joined the Bloodline. You guys know the story if you've kept up with it. He ended up getting kicked out of it, but you know what? It's okay because it's all brought him back here where he is tonight on SmackDown, getting a shot to fight for the world title. That's if he can get by the Weapon Man himself right here, Damian Priest. Damian Priest, Sami Zayn, here we go. Priest starting us off. He's got the arm, ducks around, big lariat. Damian Priest, a former world champion who's defended the title against the likes of Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and even Gunther. He had a pretty good title reign. A lot of people didn't want to give him the credit when he had it, but he definitely did impress. We have Sami up in the air, not able to get out of this one, thrown down by Priest, and Priest is showing off to the crowd. The Iron Man has switched from the colors of red to blue this season. Sami Zayn, let's see, he's getting driven back into the corner right now by Priest. Priest is kind of overwhelming him, but Sami's trying to fight back. There we go. Big clothesline. He's getting some momentum under him. He's going for a submission already. He's definitely not trying to win, but definitely trying to wear the big man down. He's got him up in the air. Hurricane Rana by Sami Zayn sends Priest to the corner. He's feeling it. The crowd's feeling it. Chop, kick, punch. Big combo by Sami. Up to the top rope, it looks like, yep. Waiting for Priest to get to his feet, and Priest catches him and power bombs him on his back. Priest was ready for that. It was a little bit too early to go for such a high-risk move. That's why they called it that. Priest, pin, 1, kick out by Zayn. We got a lockup. Priest is going for something heavy, but Sammy's fighting back with the elbows to the gut. One last one breaks the grip. Sammy readjusting and eats a kick to the leg by Damian. Priest sends him off the ropes. Drop down. Leapfrog. You know what's coming. Whoa. Sammy dodged whatever he was trying. Went for it. Looked like a springboard tornado DDT. He missed. Got punched in the throat. And dropped on the back. Priest is feeling himself tonight. These guys are ready for each other, too. Let's not forget the Bloodline and the Judgment Day were two major groups, major factions in this company for years. These men both have since left those factions and back moving on their own. Sammy went for a flying forearm, missed it, and got knocked for his effort. Rolled out the ring to try to catch his breath, but he's right back in the fight. Dropped him with the flat. 1, 2. Yo, that was kind of close for Sammy. Hold on. When the straps come down, you know it's raps. It's raps. Damian Priest is looking to end this sooner rather than later. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. He's got him set up right now. He's got him up in the air. You know what's coming. It's the Razor's Edge. But no, Sammy knew it was coming and got out of it, slipped out and hit a neck breaker. Sammy said, not yet. Not yet. Sammy misses the clothesline. Priest misses the kick. Priest misses another kick. Oh, they're ducking and dodging everything. Hold on. Drops him down. We know what's coming. The Koji clutch by Sami Zayn. Is Priest in the tap? No. Priest immediately fights out. He heads up to the top rope. Priest is not one to go to the top rope often, so I don't even know what's coming right now. Let's see. Spinning kick to the face. Only Tyler Breeze has done it better, and the elbow drop to follow it up. That was enough to leave Sammy crawling, trying to make it back to his feet using the ropes. Priest, kick to the gut, kick to the gut. It's the stomps, the mud hole stomping. Priest gets kicked in the stomach back for his effort. Sammy gets up from the corner. He sends Priest into the corner, and what is coming? Haluva kick. That might be it. Sami Zayn has put away many men with that move. Let's see. 1, 2. No, the kick out by Priest. Okay, Sammy's fighting back. He's got a little some momentum going here. He's waiting for Priest to make it back to his feet. He's going high again. Let's see if he actually hits it this time. He does with a crossbody. Sammy's got to be thinking, what do I got to do to put this man away? I just hit my biggest move and he just kicked out of it. But Sammy said, I got an idea. Exploder suplex in the corner. Priest back up to his feet. Sammy dragging him, sends him into the corner. Are we going for another one? Haluva kick. That's the second Haluva kick. I don't think Priest is going to get out of this one. Sammy is tired of being the underdog. 2, 3. Sami Zayn wins and he moves on in the tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's an upset loss for Damian Priest, but Sami Zayn said, nah, I'm tired of being the one to get stepped on. I'm tired of being a stepping stone. It's time for me to do the stepping, and he just took one step up that ladder just now with that victory over Priest.
Here is your winner, Sami Zayn!
Sami Zayn, the first of 4 men that will move on to round 2 of the World Title Tournament. We'll have Melo versus Aleister Black later on tonight. The Intercontinental Champion, the man who put down Jey Uso back at Clash in September for that championship. His own brother, Jey Uso, was put through hell at the hands of this man, Solo Sikoa, and Bloodline fought to Jacob and Zilla last season. Solo is still your Intercontinental Champion, and Jay has since moved on to the tag team division to team back up with new SmackDown acquisition Jimmy Uso in the tag team division to reunite the Usos. But right now, Solo's headed to the ring. I think he's got something to say. Let's see what he has to say. Yeah, you guys didn't see the drop, but there was a lot of big moves that you're going to see like unfolding over the next few weeks over the results of it. Perfect example what he just said. Jacob Fatu now on Raw. Zilla Fatu nowhere to be seen. He's not lying. He definitely did. He's talking like he belongs a little higher up than a lot of people see him, but clearly doesn't faze him. Doesn't change his opinion. Okay, so let's see it then. Solo sounded a lot like he actually became Tribal Chief back at the Netflix premiere. I don't know. Solo Sikoa speaking his mind, and what is this? Ilya Dragunov, the Mad Dragon. You could only imagine the reason why Ilya Dragunov is heading out here right now, and it has got to be about that championship resting on Solo's shoulders. He's getting hyped up. He's treating this like an entrance to a match, and he's feeling himself. Look at him. Look at him. Solo's looking pissed off that he got interrupted. Let's see. For those new to the universe, Zilla Fatu and Jacob Fatu, along with Solo, spent weeks terrorizing Jey Uso. For Solo, it was more about the championship than anything else. He didn't care what he did to anybody, including his own flesh and blood. That's not fair to say. That's not fair to say. Ilya Dragunov was CM Punk's first opponent when he returned to WWE when he came to SmackDown last season. Solo's not taking it serious at all. He got jokes. He got jokes. But Ilya's not one to joke around. And you see my point. I like the sound of it. For the championship, Ilya Dragunov, Solo Sikoa, next week, IC title on the line. Solo doesn't seem phased. He wants to prove that he can do things on his own without backup. Let's see. He might have got the last word tonight, but who will get the last word next week when the gold is on the line? We got some tag team action. Next up, we have round one of the tag team tournament getting ready to begin. First round matchup tonight, American Made. The Creed brothers specifically are on SmackDown this season. The rest of American Made, Ivy Nile, Chad Gable, El Grande Americano, original El Grande Americano, all the American nations, they can go over to Monday Night Raw where they've been drafted. The good thing that this dilemma presents for the Creed brothers, for Julius and Brutus over here, is that they can show that they can stand on their own without all the distractions and all the backup. Now, this is the first time in their career that they're going to be without one Ivy Nile, one of their biggest support systems that they've had in their career. Let's see if we're going to get a Brutus ball here tonight, or even a Julius one, because sometimes they like to trade off, I've noticed, over here in this tag division. Now, the winners of this tournament, just like the winner of the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, will get their shot within the next few weeks.
opponents at a combined weight of 493 pounds, the team of Jimmy and main event, Jay the Usos.
One of the greatest tag teams of all time, undoubtedly. Won some of the most championships in tag team history. Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Big Jim, and Main Event Jay. The two men who have ran this industry's tag division for years are back together and in full force in this round one matchup against the Creeds. Jey Uso, Brutus Creed, they're starting us off here tonight. Jey Uso, former Intercontinental Champion from last season. He's a two-time Intercontinental Champion, to be honest. And on top of that, a former World Heavyweight Champion, defeating Gunther at WrestleMania a couple years ago. Now, Jay, back in the tag division. He's back with his brother. They're reunited. Let's see what he's going to get popping here against the Creeds. Got him in the corner. The Creeds are his tag team specialists, just like the Usos. They know if you can keep your opponent, at least one of them, in your team's corner, you're going to have a really good night. But that didn't last too long. As you can see, Jay is right next to Jimmy, so if he gets that chance, he's going to tag in. Julius tagging Brutus right back in. That's another tag team strategy that works out really well. Frequent tags. Julius slamming Brutus right down on Jay. That was a nice gut-wrench splash, that's what I'll call it. Not even a one. Jay kicking out. Jey Uso, very resilient. If you guys remember, the main event of WrestleMania 39, the Usos versus KO and Sami Zayn in night one. Very crazy match. Very, very taxing. And we can only expect more of the same when Tag Team Gold is in the future of the winners of this matchup. Next week, we will have the New Day versus the Motor City Machine Guns. The tag tournament has 4 teams in it, so it's the New Day, Motor City Machine Guns, the Usos, and the Creeds. Whoever wins this match will face the winner of the New Day, Motor Machine Guns match, and then they'll fight on a future SmackDown, before the Royal Rumble, I might add, for the Tag Team Championships. It looks like it might be about that time to tag in Big Jim. I guess I was wrong. Jay gets stopped, sent back to the Creed corner. Just like I was talking about, keep him in your corner. It's a smart move. Isolate your opponent. But Jay knows all about it. He knows all too well, fights his way out, drops Julius down to the mat. And he said, now it's time for Big Jim. And here he comes. Big Jim, Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso with a whisper in the wind, and he missed, crashed, and burned on the mat. Julius was ready for it. Both Usos, as big as they are, can go flying whenever they want. That's one of the most impressive things about them, and that's why a lot of people love them so much. Jimmy sent in the Brutus. A lot of tag team action here. Oh my gosh. Knee. A third knee. A fourth knee. They're playing catch with Buddy. Oh my God. This is the most technical match I've seen the Creeds in a minute. Breaking down the opponent. Targeting limbs, working them down, grinding them down. The Usos have not got out the gate yet in this match. Jay got a couple licks in. Right now, Jimmy's getting it taken to him. I don't know, man. We might have a new A team in the tag team division. Julius stalking Jimmy. Sends Jimmy into the corner. Yeah, Jimmy starts fighting back. You know he wasn't gonna let that Nah, bro. You do not slap a Uso, bro. Yeah, Julius Creed might have just turned his luck around, because that woke Jimmy right up. That woke him right up. What we got coming, Jim? Oh, Julius. Nah, he drops him with the STO. Listen, one thing about the Samoan families, or anybody in general that has a pair of stones, man, you do not disrespect them. You do not slap them. Here we go with another gut-wrench splash on Jimmy Uso. Yeah, see, Jimmy wasn't going to keep going for that. Come on, man. What you got, Jim? Yeah, everything aside, hella respect to the Creeds tonight. how they're taking it to the Usos and keeping them in the corner. This is crazy. Sends him into Julius. Julius drops him, and we're going for another round of knees. And they're not just doing that to do it. It's a smart strategy by the Creeds, because the Usos, they use Uso splashes, they use super kicks. You cannot get those right if your core isn't feeling right, if your ribs are messed up. Jimmy fought out. He got a pin, but didn't last long at all. Ref couldn't even start counting. Julius Creed with the biggest mistake of the match, and it's just going to be what turns the tides. Drop down, leapfrog, spear by Jimmy. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. You piss Jimmy off. Uso splash, and Jimmy has turned this match all the way around. The pin was broken up. If that wasn't broken up by Brutus, we might all be eating all around the city. Jimmy sends him over to the corner to Jay. Jay gets tagged back in. And you know it's not for no fun. It's for a double super kick by the Usos. And what's this? What's this? Up to the top rope. Are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? Double Uso splash. That's got to be it. There's no way he's taking two splashes and a spear. 2, 3. The Usos have won the match and will move on to the finals for the WWE Tag Team Championships. They will face the winners of the New Day and Motor City Machine Guns next week, and their match will happen within the 2 weeks after that.
Here are your winners, the team of Jimmy and main event, Jay the Uso.
You already know. As soon as you feel that creep,
I'm hearing we got a big deal backstage, yeah, and here it is, the Tribal Chief, the OTC. You heard it here first. Roman Reigns has declared for the Royal Rumble match. And what? Leave it to Drew McIntyre to ruin the party. You know what, Roman? I might need some help renegotiating my next deal if that's the case, so. Roman Reigns, for lack of a better term, is talking his shit. And if there's one thing he knows how to do, it is get under somebody's skin, especially Drew McIntyre. Those are fighting words. Those are definitely some fighting words. 1,300 days plus, I must add. Don't stand there acting holier than thou like you're the god of wrestling, mate. Are my ears deceiving me, or in this case, y'all eyes? The main event tonight on SmackDown is Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. Let's get ready. But next up,
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
a dream acquisition for the blue brand. Roxanne Perez is finally where she belongs, here on SmackDown. And she's wasting no time getting a huge opportunity against... Let me just let y'all find out. But while y'all wait, let's just bask in the glory that is the Prodigy as she graces our screens, our eyes, and in the arena, our atmosphere. And her opponent.
From San Jose, California,
Yes, indeed, it is Bayley, multiple-time women's champion, former NXT women's champion, former tag team champion in the women's division. Bayley is one of the most decorated women in the history of sports entertainment. One of the original 4 horsewomen in this industry. A legend in her own right, and she's not done yet. Roxanne Perez, a former WWE Women's Champion over on Monday Night Raw. Bayley, I've already stated her track record. These two are legendary in their own right. Roxanne, one of the brightest new stars in the WWE. Bayley has been around the block a few times, but she isn't finished yet. Roxanne, also a 2-time, I believe the first ever 2-time NXT Women's Champion on top of that. As Charles Robinson gets between these two ladies and tries to keep this as fair as possible, I think there's a great deal of respect between them, because if you guys know, Roxanne Perez is actually a fan of Bayley, Sasha Banks. No, I'm gonna say this no more. As Bayley hits the sliding drop kick under the turnbuckle. So, my point was that Roxanne wants a young lad, a young chap, watching Sasha Banks versus Bayley at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in 2015, the legendary match, arguably the greatest women's match of all time in professional wrestling. And she was inspired to start a career of her own, which, boy, did she do. Became the first ever Ring of Honor Women's Champion. And went on to reality of wrestling to train with one Booker T. Sucker, and won that championship as well, all before making it to the WWE, where she now shines like the star she is. Clever roll up by Roxanne Perez. 1. Kind of slow to the count, baby Leach, but you got it. Bayley has struggled to find her footing a little bit here on SmackDown. She's had a couple wins, she's had a couple losses, but nothing too brag-worthy, if you will. She looks to put down one of her fans turned students, actually, as she's in this matchup against Roxanne. Roxanne dropping Bayley with the Impaler DDT, and it looks like she's not finished yet. What do we got coming? Punch. That was a forearm, my fault. Sends Bayley off the ropes. Arm drag by Roxanne. Bayley in the corner. She's crawling up, using the ropes. Roxanne launches herself, misses, and headbutts the top turnbuckle. Bayley running. Roxanne went to try to cut her off and ended up getting DDT for her efforts. Bayley waiting for Roxanne to make it to her feet. These two are going at it. They might be cool with each other. They might be friends, but not during this match. Bayley rushes Roxanne in the corner, knees to the back. And the Luthez press by Roxanne drops Bayley. Roxanne feeling herself. Get that kink out her neck. Stomping on Bayley. Waiting for her to get up. What's coming? Big chop. Looks like they're trading blows here. Going back and forth and back. No, the block by Roxanne. The triple by Roxanne. Bayley. Roxanne got some paws tonight. Hold on. Kick to Bayley's face sends her stumbling back. That's enough to knock Bayley off balance, enough for Roxanne to be able to lift her and drop her with a stun gun on the top rope. Roxanne working Bayley up to her feet. She hits the ropes. As she's on her knee, goes for a drop kick. Bayley moves out the way. Roxanne in the corner. Elbow to the mouth of Bayley. These two are going at it. Back body drop. I like that. One count for Bayley. Roxanne can't believe it. I don't think I can either, but okay, I'll take it. Neck breaker to Bayley. What's Roxy going for? Turns Bayley over onto her stomach. Bayley's trying to get up. She hits the ropes and her knee. Bayley got the power advantage between the two of them. Used it to drive Roxanne back, but Roxanne is a scrappy one tonight. Roxanne got some power to her too, though. Hold on, Bayley is not no easy lift like that. Come on now, especially for somebody Roxanne's size. These two are going at it. Drops her. Bayley with a little Bayley Fez press of her own. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this matchup here going on tonight is going on to the Royal Rumble to face Dakota Kai for the World Championship. And is that going to be it? Roxanne 1, 2, 3. And Roxanne is going to be that person to go on to the Royal Rumble for the World Championship of the women's division. Great matchup between two of the most elite women in this entire industry. And it was the Pop Rocks that gave Roxanne the ability to move on to the Royal Rumble for a chance at the title.
Here is your winner, Roxanne Perez.
You can only imagine how much this victory means to Roxanne Perez, beating one of her idols, one of the women who inspired her to get this career in the first place and to shoot for the stars. And honestly, she deserves it after that win. That was an impressive victory for Roxanne.
Something cool? No? Well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Step into the scene. No, nobody can do it like me.
Nice message from Dakota Kai, who returns next week, our Women's World Champion. But next up, we have him.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes.
We have a former Intercontinental Champion from the City of Champions, Carmelo Hayes, spends another season here on SmackDown, and he's moving up the ranks. He was in the Intercontinental Championship ranks last season, but this time he's trying to work his way up the ladder. This is his first opportunity for a chance at a chance for the World Heavyweight Championship. one thing about Melo, he does not let the moment outshine him. But can he do it here tonight against this man? Aleister Black makes his way to the ring to face Carmelo Hayes with Zelina Vega by his side. They roll together, they're husband and wife, and they're both elite talent. Now, the question is, will Aleister finally get his shot at World Championship Gold, or will Melo stop the ascension to the throne for Aleister Black? Melo immediately rushes Aleister and drops him with a huge launching clothesline. Off the ropes, sends himself back to a springboard clothesline, and Melo is trying to end this one quickly. He already pins Aleister. One count, just a one. Melo knows the level of talent that Aleister Black is. He also knows the level of talent that he is as he eats a knee to the face by Aleister. Aleister said, I got some springboard moves too, but misses the moonsault. Melo was ready, drops that elbow to the back. This is going to be a good one, I can tell already. Zelina Vega ringside. Let's see if she gets involved in this one. Honestly, super kick by Melo. Aleister doesn't even really need a distraction or any type of stuff like that, but you know Zelina's always in his corner whenever she can be. Aleister sends Melo to the corner, turns him around, punches him in the back. Oh my god. Elbow. No, Melo fights back. These two are having a strike fest. But honestly, I wouldn't want to get in a strike battle with Melo. Zelina is undoing the turnbuckle as Melo hits him with a stunner variation from what I've seen. Nope. Still a one count. Melo has not got Aleister past the one yet. I think he just peeped what Zelina did with the corner, with the turnbuckle. Let's see if he tries to use it before the ref realizes it. Danilo, the ref tonight, reffing for this matchup. He peeps. Melo went over the top rope, but it looks like Danilo got in his line of sight, messed him up, and he actually missed, which gave Aleister indirectly the lead in this matchup. Honestly, that probably wasn't how Zelina expected it to go, but it did work. Black shoots on Melo, drops him. Boom, boom, palm strikes to the head. Picks up Melo. Melo kicks him, he gets out of it. It's 2-on-1 out here right now for Melo. Can he do it? Melo picks up Aleister in a powerbomb position, but what's he doing? Snake Eyes in the corner, drops Black down to his ass. Melo hits the corner. Aleister was ready. He sends him into the other corner. Knees, double knees to the face, drops Melo. What's he setting up for? Aleister picking up Melo. Hits the ropes. Zelina threw a kendo stick in, another knee to the face. Melo's not going to be able to take that many more knees to the face, man. It only takes one to knock you out. He's just lucky he hasn't got caught with that deciding blow yet. That was a springboard. I thought it was a moonsault. He got kicked in the face. Melo got pissed, launched up to his feet, caught Alistair by surprise, and now he drops him from a fireman's carry face breaker onto the knee. Melo, springboard moonsault of his own, and he connects completely. One kick out by Alistair. Melo has not been able to get Alistair to a 2 count yet this matchup. Looked like he was going for something. Alistair moved out the way. He's really good with them kicks. He has a Muay Thai background. I wouldn't want to get in a striking battle with him. Knee to the gut. That was a kitchen sink by Alistair Black, dropping Carmelo. And now he's in the corner. He's setting up. What's he want? What's he trying to hit? He slid his throat. Knee to the face. That one might be the one to do it. And I think Alistair thinks so too, because he drags Melo to the middle of the ring away from the ropes. But Melo kicks Alistair. He's fighting back. He's very resilient tonight. Strike off right now. Alistair's definitely winning, but Melo moved out the way of the double stomp. That probably would have did him in. Punch in the face. Chop. Another punch. Turns him around. He's got him up. Alistair gets out. He flips, lands on his feet. Belly to back. Melo fights out. Oh my gosh. These two are dodging everything. Elbow, kick. Yeah, see? Yeah, Alistair is just like that with the kicks. He's just like that with the striking. Black mask to Carmelo Hayes, and that's probably it. It's honestly probably it. Alistair Black is moving on. No, the kick out by Melo. Carmelo Hayes does not want to let this opportunity pass him by, and you can tell by the durability and the resilience tonight. Alistair kick to the gut, picks him up. Stalling. No, Carmelo works his way out. Chop block to the left knee of Alistair Black. Oh my, spinning knee. Alistair to the top rope, awaiting Carmelo to make it back to his feet. Meteora, and that might be it. That might be it. But Alistair wants to make sure it's it. He goes up to the other top rope. Let's see what he got. Another Meteora, 2 back-to-back. But he's still not done. He picks Carmelo up to his feet. Kick to the gut, picks him up. Are we going for one now? Are we going for another stalling? But Carmelo fights out again. Roll up. Is that going to be it? 1. Kick out. Nah, this theme of oh yeah, first 48. That's right. That's got to be more than one. That's got to be more than one. 1, 2, kick out. At least he got a 2 count, but Carmelo Hayes is in shock that didn't put away Alistair Black. Melo, this move's put away plenty of people with the rising cutter, the suplex cutter. 1, 2. The kick out by Alistair Black. It took Melo until this deep in the match to get Alistair to a 2 count, and he just did it within the last minute with those 2 big moves. Alistair with a big lariat to the back of the head of Carmelo. Carmelo rolled out, shook it off, got right back into the ring. These two are in a fight tonight. Kick to the leg. Now Alistair's removing a turnbuckle pad. What are we trying to do here? Sends him off the ropes. Carmelo stops it. Ref is fixing the turnbuckle pad. Now Melo has a little drive back of his own. What's he setting him up for? Oh, I've seen this before. Carmelo with the fadeaway on Alistair Black. One thing about Melo, he don't miss. He picks up Alistair. This match has got to be almost over. There's no way he's going to be able to go much longer. He hits another cutter. Is that going to be it? He doesn't even pin him this time. Alistair rolls to the corner. Carmelo feeling himself tonight. Ooh, he went to send Alistair off the apron. It did not work. He ate a knee for his efforts. Another one. And a black mass by Alistair Black. Is that it? That's a second black mass this match. 1, 2, 3. Alistair Black defeats Carmelo Hayes and move on to round 2. Aleister Black becomes the second man to move on in this tournament behind Sami Zayn. And what's this? Carmelo and Aleister staring each other down. There's got to be some respect for the matchup they just had, but I know Carmelo was not happy about losing that matchup just now. He had high hopes this season. It isn't the end, but that was his first big opportunity, and he didn't pull it off. Aleister Black, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Women's Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders fatal four-way here tonight.
The following contest is a fatal four-way match. Making her way to the ring from Boynton Beach, Florida, Kalani Jordan.
Kalani making her return to SmackDown this season. She did not get off her feet too much last season, but she did have a couple shots at the Intercontinental Championship in the women's division against one Jada Parker, our current women's Intercontinental champ. But she was not able to pull it off. Will this season bring some new luck to Lani? Dos, tres, cuatro. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, I like this song. Dum, dum.
And her opponent, first, from Miami, Florida,
Dale.
Pledge your allegiance to Chelsea.
Look, nobody said my Spanish was good. I don't even know what I was saying. But anyway, pledge your allegiance to the former Women's United States champ over from Monday Night Raw, now on the blue brand once again.
and from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada,
Chelsea Green, unfortunately for her, is the only member of the Green Regime to make it to Friday Night SmackDown this season because the Green Regime, Piper Niven and Abel Fire, have been drafted to Monday Night Raw. But it's okay because Chelsea has been on her own before. She's pulled it off before. She even went toe-to-toe with Penta in Lucha Underground back in the day. She can definitely hold her own. But now what will she be doing this season as the world salutes her? But one more person is in this match. Here we go.
and from Fontana, California,
Michin was fingertips away last season on getting her hands on championship gold in WWE, finally against Jada Parker during the triple threat match at Clash at the Castle against Jada and Cora Jade, but it was ultimately Jada who won the street fight and remained Intercontinental champ. Can Michin pull it off this season? That's what we're gonna find out, because if she can win this match, she's one more step away from getting her shot at Jada Parker once again. The bell has rung and this match can go either way, as Kalani's already shown off her acrobatics, but Chelsea was a little bit ready for it. Michin's in the corner. Lola had backed her into it. Michin fighting. Everybody's going at it right now. Back bodies. Actually, no, back suplex. My fault by Kalani Jordan. The Bella Buster by Chelsea Green. A lot of action going on already. So, Ladies and gentlemen, all four of these ladies were on the SmackDown roster at some point last year. None of them really got fully out the gate past having a match here, having a match there. They all look to change that this season by forcing their way into championship main events and championship opportunities by way of the women's IC title. Michin has the best track record out of all four of these ladies in multi-women matches. She won, well, she didn't win, but she had a good shot at winning that triple threat that she was in that Clash, and it just came down to her getting her head caved in by the steel chair by Cora Jade that ended up putting her away. But new season, new opportunities. We got kendo sticks, Michin's favorite weapon of choice. Goes to hit Lola, but it gets turned on her, and Chelsea drops Lola immediately after. Oh, yeah. See what I mean by Chelsea holding her ground? She's doing pretty good on her own right now. Kaylani's just getting a little bit of everybody. Ooh, yeah, that hurts your tailbone. I promise you that much. Lola, punch to the back by Michin. Springboard misses. Chelsea and Kaylani set up in the corners. Lola goes to send Michin, but Michin reverses, sends her into the corner. German suplex by Chelsea. Chelsea fighting back against Kaylani. Chelsea, what are you doing on that? Drops her neck first at the top. Lola and Michin going at it. Chelsea third party in the fight right now. Michin has a hitting a leg sweep on her for her effort. Kick to the small of the back of Kaylani. Michin hits the springboard moonsault this time. Lola in there with a bat to Michin's skull, and she's still swinging. Went forward on Kaylani. Kaylani saw it coming and hit her with a Hurricane Rana to get her off of it and disarm her. She is a Latina, that's what she just yelled, as she sends Kaylani back into the ring. Lola Vice is very proud of where she comes from, reps her Cuban roots every time she can. Chelsea showing off and talking. I don't know, her mouth gets her in a lot of trouble. I wouldn't be talking too much if I was her, but you know, to each their own. It's like Lola's going for a reverse STO in the ring as Chelsea drops Michin chest first on the sledgehammer. Chelsea looks like she's still talking to Michin. I have no clue Lola is behind her. It's like Lola let her move because she saw the damage that was possibly going to get done, and that was done to Chelsea instead. A lot of hip swiveling and twerking going on in this matchup. Lola stomps Kaylani in the corner. Kendo stick in hand, swings it. Let's not forget Lola Vice is a black belt martial artist, MMA fighter. Chelsea with the kick to the head, enziguri, and a bat in Chelsea's hands is not a good thing for anybody. Kaylani fights it off. An elbow to the knees, roughly. Body slam by Kaylani. Lola with the Trouble in Paradise-ass kick to the head. Then Chelsea to the corner. Kaylani's in the other one. She hits the back elbow. Michin follows up with a leg-specific Lola. Pretty good. Lola's hyped up. Michin's like, what the hell is going on? Lola got Michin in the air. Drops her with a shoulder breaker as Chelsea hits another German on Kaylani. Oh. Gosh. To the head. No. Chelsea barely at 2 was able to kick out. Michin stopped Lola from going for a back fist. I think I would have let her connect with that one, but I don't know. Michin rushes Lola, hits her back elbow over him, drops her, and hits the no. I think she was going for the long back attack. Ate a kendo stick to her head instead. Michin ends up in a fight with Kaylani as she drops her. Kaylani with a moving senton to the back of Michin. Chelsea has Kaylani up, drops her with the waistline and a pinfall. Michin is woozy. Lola is out 1, 2. The kick out by Kaylani. Chelsea almost stole it. Kick to the back of Lola. Michin with a kendo stick in the hand, not for long. Chelsea punches Michin. Looked like she was going for an unprettier. Failed miserably. Michin with the butterfly. Yeah, butterfly drop. That's what I call it. She low-key might have landed a little bit on that back. And if she did, I'm praying for her back. Lola getting her dance moves off before she rushes Kaylani did not work out well for her as Kaylani hits another Hurricane Rana. Michin has Chelsea. with the nope, she tried to go for it. Kaylani catches Chelsea in a roll-up. Michin just now peeped, breaks it up. Lola's in the ring. Ooh, knocks out Michin. Pinfall. Kaylani doesn't peep because she's fighting Chelsea. 1, 2, the leg drop over the chest. Kick out by Michin. Yo, Kaylani with the fire springboard, but her stomach is gone because Chelsea got the knees up. Lola went to take out Lola went to take out Michin with the chair. Michin fought back, but Michin with a shoulder breaker as Kaylani hits an impaling DDT on Chelsea. Drops Chelsea. Well, I'm just messing everybody up now. Michin drops Kaylani on her neck and the back of her head. Lola finally connects with Michin with the chair. Now she hits Kaylani. Chelsea stopped it before it got to her. Sends Lola off the ropes. What's going to happen? Drop toe hold into the chair face first by Lola Vice. Chelsea scraping the back of Lola. It looks like that set up the pretty hard. Kaylani got up just in time, but she didn't break it up. What's happening? They break up the pin. Michin and Kaylani both caught it at the last second. Chelsea with the dropping her. Michin goes to eat it unprettier, but she was ready for it. Springboard tornado DDT to Chelsea Green. Everybody's down. Michin might get away with it here. 1, 2, no, the kick out by Chelsea. Kaylani works her way up to her feet. Michin peeps. Sends Kaylani into the ropes, but Chelsea got in her way. It tripped her up, so Michin connects with the eat defeat to Lola Vice and pins her. She must not have realized Kaylani was waiting for it. Chelsea, everybody's just punching everybody right now as Lola's knocked out. They're fighting over her body right now. Michin stalking, watching Chelsea and Kaylani go at it. Kaylani sees it. Goes after Kaylani. Chelsea working on Lola. Michin looked like she was going for another tornado DDT off the springboard, but she missed. Chelsea drops her on her neck. Is that going to be it? 1, 2, the breakup by Michin. Chelsea almost won this match twice now. She's really showing an impressive power. Oh, the combo? The HBIC combo? Michin sends Chelsea over here, drags her into the corner, hits her face off the turnbuckle as Kaylani and Lola go at it. Another reverse STO onto the bat by Lola to Kaylani. And it looks like the long back attack is on the way as Michin hits a cannonball in the corner as Lola hits the kick off Kaylani. She pins her. Lola doesn't realize she's being pinned. It's just going to be at 1, 2. Michin with the victory. By the time Lola Vice realized it was too late, Michin is moving on to face Jada Parker at the Royal Rumble for another shot at the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Here goes another angle of that cannonball that Michin beat Chelsea with because we know our cameramen weren't able to keep up with all the action with everything going on. And that's what ultimately put away Chelsea Green for the 3.
Here is your winner, Michin!
We know that song. That's the song of the Women's Intercontinental Champ on her way down to the ring. Michin, Parker, one more again for the title that Jada holds up in the air right now. Now it is time for the moment we've all been waiting for. The match was made earlier tonight. Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, main event time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Scottish Warrior,
Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns had words for each other earlier tonight. Drew cut off Roman's declaration for the Royal Rumble. And from the sources that I've heard, Drew has also declared for the Royal Rumble. So this will not be the last time these two clash in the next few weeks. But right now, it is one-on-one, singles action, and there is a lot of history between these two men who's going to walk away with the victory tonight on the season premiere of SmackDown. Drew's entrance has been made, and now it is time for the OTC, the ultimate needle mover, the head of the table, the tribal chief, the big dog, Roman Reigns, the man who held the championship for over 1,300 plus days, multiple-time world champion, multiple-time tag team champion. It is time to acknowledge your tribal chief.
And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns!
Former Intercontinental Champion, former United States Champion, Grand Slam Champion, Roman Reigns, the face of this entire industry, the face of the Anoa'i family, the main event, whenever he shows up. This man has held his family on his back through trying times. He's brought this industry to new heights, new levels, breaking records every single show he's a part of, breaking records off his name alone. When Roman Reigns shows up, business is booming. It was no different here tonight. This is his first match on SmackDown since he faced Braun Strowman and beat him last season. Roman has been out of the ring for months at this point, and his return is coming right in the eve of the Royal Rumble match, in which he has declared and said that he will win. And the ones are about to go up to the sky as everyone in this arena acknowledges their tribal chief. The High Chief Peter Maivia, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Tamina, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Rikishi, The Rock, Rocky Johnson, Nia Jax, Naomi, Rosie, Jacob Fatu, Ava, Zilla Fatu, Afa, his father Sika, and the list goes on. Roman Reigns is wrestling royalty. Drew McIntyre may just be the greatest Scotsman to join the WWE ever. These two men are about to go to war. You're looking at two men who have over decade-long careers apiece, two former world champions, two men who've carried this company on their back at different times. Drew McIntyre during the pandemic era, Roman Reigns at other times. These two have history. None of it's ever been friendly at all. It probably never will be. Drew has spent the last few years telling anyone who would listen that he should still be the guy. Tonight, he gets his chance to prove it. Roman Reigns said he got time tonight, and here we are in the main event. He said that he's around more now, so this match is the type that proves it. That's the power of the big Scotty boy right there being shown to Roman Reigns. Roman felt every bit of that one on his back. There's one person who can manhandle Roman Reigns with relative ease, it is Drew McIntyre. But Roman isn't going to sit there and take it, as he just proved, as he showers in the love of the WWE Universe. Drew right back on the attack, though. German suplex for Roman. Drops him. Roman might run this place, but Drew McIntyre is not impressed. You talk about aura, you talk about legacy, but in his mind it only takes one Claymore, like he just attempted right there, but missed Roman with, to end a match. One kick to the face by that big Scottish bastard, and that's all it takes, as Roman hits a tilt-a-whirl slam on Drew. Now this is where Roman Reigns is at his most dangerous, when he slows the pace down and makes you fight his fight. He doesn't panic, because he never panics. He's the tribal chief. He waits for his spot, and then he takes over. But Drew, he's trying to speed it up a little bit. He knows how Roman likes to fight, as he power bombs Reigns and then immediately goes for the pinfall. One kick out. The only referee who could handle a match this big on this season premiere was Baby Nate's Charles Robinson himself. There's a reason for it. Roman with the big gut punch to Drew. Picks him up. Brings him over. No. Drew fighting back. Drew sending Roman off the ropes. Spine buster by McIntyre. Drew was taking out his frustration from the words that Roman threw his way earlier tonight. You know he didn't appreciate it too much. Kick to the gut. Powerbomb position. Back body drop reversal by Roman Reigns. He's feeling himself as he does a Samoan war cry. Superman punch attempted, but Drew was ready for it. Missed. Punches him in the back twice. Kicks him. And it looks like a future shock is in Roman's future, and that may just be it. Drew, you know what he's setting up for. He wants to put the tribal chief away early. 2, 1. You got the Claymore coming. No, Roman was ready for it. These two know each other like the back of their hands. Belly to back. Drew has him up. Sidewalk slam to Reigns and an immediate pinfall. 1, 2. Kick out by Reigns. Drew, you don't see this often from Drew, but he is headed up to the top rope. He knows this is a big match. He needs something big. Come on. What we got coming? Looks like he went for a clothesline. Roman moved out the way just in time for Drew to crash and burn. Roman sends Drew off the ropes into a spear. 1, 2. That could have been it right there, but Drew with the kick out. If Drew's able to hit Claymore, it just might be over. Roman knows it. That's why he tried to get that spear in so early. It actually worked in his favor as he hits a double axe handle on Drew, slamming him into the mat. Drew has shown everything that he has this match, and Roman is still standing. Well, he was temporarily until that shoulder drop. Drew with the Michinoku driver on Reigns. He's stalking Reigns, waiting for him to get in to his feet. Kick to the gut. Looks like they're going for another powerbomb by Drew. Let's see, is he going to get it off? He gets a second one, but this time he sits out and he hits the pin combo with it. 2, kick out by Reigns, and that is exactly why he's Roman Reigns. He is resilient. He's already back on his feet. Drew smashes his face into the corner, follows up with a punch. Elbow by Reigns. Reigns fights back. Punch, punch, kick. Slowly turns into a neckbreaker position, misses it, and eats a lariat by Drew McIntyre. Headbutt by Drew that might have knocked Roman clean out. 1, 2, kick out by Reigns. You can see it on both of their faces. This one means something to them. This isn't just another match. This is pride. This is history. This is Royal Rumble season. And they're looking for momentum as Drew misses a clean run. Neither one of these men wants to lose going into the Rumble as Roman pop-up spear to Drew McIntyre. Is that going to be it? 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns with the victory. It took 2 spears to put down Drew McIntyre. Roman was able to avoid the Claymore the entire match, and that is probably why he's out on the winning side of this one. The OTC is back, ladies and gentlemen. Take another look at this war between 2 of the absolute best in the world. Drew McIntyre threw everything he had at Roman Reigns tonight, and it still wasn't enough. This is what happens when Roman Reigns decides to show up and compete. The entire show revolves around him. The entire industry stops to watch him. That was not luck, that was experience. That was timing, that was execution, that was knowing exactly when to strike. The replays only show that this was a war between 2 of the absolute best in the world.
Here is your winner, the OTC Roman Reigns.
Drew threw everything he had tonight at Roman, and it still wasn't enough. This is what happens when he decides to show up and compete. The entire industry stops and revolves around him. You can question him all you want, but when the bell rings, he delivers. Kathy Kelly with the interview. And that he is. If you're in the Royal Rumble, that's the man you just might have to eliminate in order to move on to WrestleMania. Love him or hate him, when he's here, he's the biggest star in the room. Cody Rhodes is backstage. He's getting ready to shoot an interview for WWE.com socials, and Roman just crossed his path. Those 2 men have history, only Lord knows. You can cut the tension between those 2 with a knife. Those 2 are both men who believe they should be the face of this company. No words, but you don't need words right now. And speaking of faces of the company, Seth Rollins, a man who has deep history with Roman Reigns. You don't get moments like this by accident. Everyone wants to be the one to take Roman Reigns out. If this is the energy heading into the Rumble, we're in for chaos. Thank you for watching SmackDown. We'll be back next week.